So example 3, we're given the following sign charts or number lines with information about f prime and f double prime, and we want to sketch a possible graph of f. Let's start by creating a new number line and collect information about f prime and f double prime on the new number line. For every tick mark on f prime and f double prime, I want to create a tick mark on the new number line. The leftmost x value in the number lines above is at -3. So I'll start with a tick mark at -3. Next after that is -2. After that, it's 0. After that, it's a +2. And then after that, it's 3. F prime is positive to the left of -2. That means it's increasing here and here. F prime is negative between -2 and 0. So that means it would be decreasing here. Between 0 and 2, f prime is negative, so it would be decreasing. And then to the right of 2, it's positive, so it would be increasing both here and here. F double prime is positive to the left of -3, so that means it's concave up here. Between -3 and 0, f double prime is negative, so it would be concave down everywhere between -3 and 0. Between 0 and 3, f double prime is positive, so it's concave up here and here. And then to the right of 3, it's negative, so it's concave down to the right of 3. At x equals -2, for f prime, that value is 0, which means we have a horizontal tangent. To the left is positive, to the right is negative. That means that we would have a max at that point. At 0, f prime does not exist. To the left, it's negative, and to the right, it's also negative. That means we would not have a max or a min at that point. Having a does not exist at that point means that we could have something like a vertical asymptote or a cusp or a corner right there. I'll just draw this as being a cusp. And then at x equals 2, we have a horizontal tangent. F prime of x goes from negative to positive. So that would be decreasing to increasing. So we would have a min at x is equal to 2. At -2, we have a max. At 0, we have a cusp. And at 2, we have a min. When we're graphing working backwards, we don't have any information about how high any of our points will be. So when you create a max or a min, it's up to you to decide how high you want to draw those points. We have a max at -2, so I'll just make the max at -2 right there. There's a min at +2, so I'll make the minimum for +2 right there. I also know that we want to draw a cusp at 0, so I'm going to go ahead and create my point for that cusp. To the left of -3, it's increasing and concave up. So our line segments should look something like that. Between -3 and -2, it's increasing and concave down. So that line segment should look something like that. To the left of -3 is concave up and increasing. And then between -3 and -2 is concave down and increasing. Between -2 and 0, it's decreasing and concave down. Between 0 and 2 is decreasing and concave up. Between -2 and 0 is decreasing and concave down, and then we want to make sure that we are showing a cusp at 0. Showing a cusp might be difficult to do. Between 0 and 2, it is decreasing and concave up. It is hard to see that I meant for that to be a cusp. Label that as a cusp on the graph. Between 2 and 3, it's increasing and concave up, so that line segment might look like that. And then after 3, it's increasing and concave down, so it should look something like that. Between -2 and 3, it's increasing, concave up. And after 3, it's increasing and concave down. And that is a possible graph of f.